wale wanasema sijui watapinga rais, wengine walikuwa ma vice president, wengine ma deputy president, wengine walikuwa sijui mawaziri, wengine sijui walikuwa, so everybody ataulizwa, isn't it? Mimi nimekuwa deputy president 2.5 years. Mwingine alikuwa deputy president, mama vice president mwaka 5, mwaka 2, wiki 1. Can you say when you were there ulileta nini Meru County? Yeah. So tumejiorganize mbaya sana. Mbaya sana. Yani Mungu atusaidie tufike hapa. Halafu tufanye madogodhani ya kazi. How is that possible? Sio hata ni kukejeli Mwenyezi Mungu. So we are good. Na waheshimiwa msiwe na wasiwasi. You've supported this government. This government owes you a debt to make sure the people you represent get something and of value from this administration. Siwe na wasiwasi. Niona wengine wananifundisha kazi. Unajua kaa hivi deputy president na kahanga hivi. My friend, si ushughulike na kazi yako. Yeah, shughulika na kazi yako my friend. Yeah. When that time comes, si mimi ni deputy president. Mtihani yangu sio ya rais, itakuwa ya deputy. Ama si mtu ya form 4 anapewa mtihani ya form 4. Mtu ya university anapewa mtihani ya degree. Mtu ya form 1, mtu ya primary, mtu ya PP1. Mimi ni deputy rais. Mtihani yangu ni ya deputy rais. I will pass with flying colors. Nitapita ile A*****. Kwa hiyo level, kwa hiyo kiwango. Because kazi ya naibu wa rais ni kusaidia rais. Sio kupigana na rais. That is not the job description. Hiyo ya kupigana na rais ni ya opposition. Opposition kazi yao ni kupiga rais na serikali yake. Kama wewe ni deputy president, kazi yako ni kusaidia rais kwa udi na uvumba, mchana usiku, kulia kushoto. Yeah. Kama utaki kumsaidia utoke. Yeah, ujoin opposition, ukijoin opposition hakuna mtu ako na haja na wewe. You can do what the opposition does. So siku ile tutafika pale kwa sababu watu wanatutisha sijui mambo ya sijui 27, na nimesema that does not worry us anyway. Mimi nitaambiwa wewe ukiwa deputy president miaka 2 hapa Meru County, kabla tuongee tuambie ni nini umetuletea, barabara ngapi, sijui nini, mambo ya miraa imefika wapi, mambo ya stima imefika wapi. Simple. Yeah. So if I explain myself, sasa nitetee mtu yangu, bosi yangu sasa. Kwa sababu singefanya kama hakuwa ameidhinisha. Isn't it? So it's as simple as that. Tuendelee tusiendelee? Tuendelee tusiendelee? Mtaunga mkono serikali ya kitaifa ili kuinua mambo ya maendeleo katika kaunti ya Meru? Are you sure? Kuna watu wanaandika kwa mitandao ati kuna watu pale Meru hawataki anything from the national government. Wanasema wanangojea kuna serikali nyingine itakuja huko mbele. After 3 years they are waiting for that government. Mumeamua hivyo? Ati tukae, hatutaki barabara, hatutaki chochote mpaka tungojee serikali nyingine? Are you sure? Kuna watu wanatuadvise hivyo. Wanasema hii tungoje hii serikali, kuna serikali nyingine inakuja. Nasikia iko na Kalonzo, iko na Wajakoya, iko sijui na We are working on so many other value chains. I don't have the time to tell you all the agricultural value chains. I will tell you how we will do follow-up, because this meeting is not enough for me to elaborate all the interventions. We are working on sunflower, we are working on cotton, we are working on edible oil crops like avocado, macadamia, the nuts, all those value chains, tea, coffee, potatoes, and everything else in between. And I am following crop by crop, crop by crop, crop by crop. That is my business as Deputy President of Kenya. Not just for Meru County, but for all the counties of Kenya. Sijamaliza. Si bei imeongezeka last week. Si bei serikali imegazeti new prices last week. Si waziri, huyu waziri wetu hapa, si hiyo kazi mimi ndio nimefanya? Ama ulisema nani alifanya? Uliwaambia? Uliwaambia mimi ndio niliamurisha waziri wa kilimo afanye hiyo kazi? Uliwaambia nilikuwa nimeamurishwa na William Ruto? Wanajua? You know, sometimes you don't say it. There is no way a minister of William Ruto can gazette without the permission of the president. Na amri ilitoka kwa mtu ya mkono ya rais ambaye anasimama mbele yenu leo. Yeah. Hii mambo mingi tunafanya hata hatusemangi. You don't say, you just do. You don't have to say, you just do. When it is done, you will have a very easy. Shida yetu ni kusema mambo mingi na hakuna ile itafanyika. Na mimi kwa sababu tutaagana vile tutafanya follow up tukimaliza mkutano wa leo. Mimi nataka muniwekee mtihani. Si namna hiyo? Uniwekee nini? Yeah. Kwa niaba ya rais na kwa niaba ya serikali, we must explain every year what is it that we have done to make Meru better than we found it. Kuna watu wanaongea siasa mingi hapo ya excitement, ya kufurahisha, kupigiwa makelele huko nje na makofi. Sisi rais ametufundisha tusiende hiyo barabara. Yes. Hata afadhali we be heckled now and get it right at the election than to be celebrated now and we get it lost wrongly at the ballot. So we are very focused. Na unajua hii kazi ya maendeleo is boring work. It's not exciting. Raia wanapenda excitement, sarakasi, vipindi, drama. Hey. Transformation work is costly, is expensive. So, unaambiwa mtu mambo ya cotton, mambo ya sijui ya tea, you know, anataka kuchochewa, anataka uchochezi. Tupige nani, tupigie nduru nani. But why are you blaming President Ruto? And we are accounting for, we are saying this is what we are doing and this is what we are doing, and you can see some of the effects of our efforts are bearing fruits. Why don't you give us time? It's not fair. We will revive the stalled road projects. Na hiyo ni kazi yangu. Sio ndio mtihani moja? Sio ndio mtihani moja? Basi. Mungu ametujalia, maadui wetu walikuwa wametutegea hapo kwa barabara. Lakini sasa tumepata pesa. Tuko na pesa. Because where the money was going to stabilize those macroeconomic things, it's not necessary now. Tuko na pesa ya kutosha ya kurevive stalled road projects. Na tumesema before we start new ones, let us complete the old ones first. Yeah. So nitawaambia how we'll unlock that. We have money for stima, last mile connectivity. We have about 36 billion already, and another 12 billion itakuwa inaingia this Thursday. So we are good. Mambo ya last mile tuko sawa. We have money for markets. We are constructing the KIPES. And I want to commend the Meru County Aggregation and Industrial Park is one of the best in terms of completion. It is nearly 70%. Meru, Migori ndio iko karibu na completion. Najua mambo ya siasa, there are people here from different parties. But today we are not discussing party politics. We are discussing the development agenda of the governing administration. Najua pia tuko na mateso ingine kidogo ya kisiasa. And by the way, it is not unique in Meru County. It is everywhere. Political issues, political differences they are normal because politics is competitive. Na watu wamekosana hapa, wanang'ang'ania viti, that's okay. So today is not our day to discuss our political issues. Kwa sababu, if we mix the agenda we are discussing today with our political differences, our people will lose. Today we want to discuss how to unlock the stalled road projects, how to add more water projects, how to add more power projects. If what we want done is done, our people will benefit. Isn't it? In between, they will choose somebody to be a governor, another one to be a senator, another one to be an MP, but that is a political process. It must be separated from the development process. Ndio umeona tumechukua muda kidogo na viongozi wetu, tumekubaliana leo sio ile siku. Leo sio ile siku tafadhali. Yeah. Lakini tumekubaliana wakati mtaondoka, once you are outside the gate, sasa mnaweza endelea na hiyo mambo ingine. So as a leader, you must just choose your agenda carefully, focus on the agenda, transform society, and when your time is up, you leave the stage for other people. Simple and clear. The issue is not how long I will stay in this office. That's the least of my worries. That is the list of my issues. The same for President Ruto. Haona watu wengine wanamutisha sijui atakuwa sijui term moja, sijui term ngapi. Does it really matter? It doesn't matter how long you stay in office. What matters is what you do while in office. Yeah. So wale wanategea sisi hapo, they are just wasting their time. You look for other things to do. Yeah. The third pillar of interventions is providing the support infrastructure that will make the value chains generate wealth and incomes for the people of Kenya. What is the support infrastructure? Roads, electricity, ICT connectivity because of e-commerce, water, industries. And that's why we are doing the county aggregation and industrial parks in every county. Dignified markets where people can do business in an ordinary way. So this infrastructure of roads, electricity, water, ICT, special economic zones, county aggregation and industrial parks, and so forth, and markets, we are on top of things. God has been gracious. The economy has recovered. We now have money. And I want to announce, we will revive the stalled road projects in Meru County. We are here to discuss the development of Meru County. I know I come from that area, but that is part of Kenya, isn't it? It's part of Kenya. Yeah, it deserves development. It's part of Kenya. The fact that the deputy president was born there is not an issue. It's not a problem. Because other leaders were also born somewhere else. There's no problem. Yeah? So kuna watu wanafikiri sijui tunaogopa kusema mahali tumezaliwa. The only thing where I don't agree with some people, there are people who are telling us that for us to develop the places maybe where we were born or grew up, we must isolate and discriminate against other parts of Kenya. Is that the route you want Kenya to take? So I am Deputy President of Kenya. I will support the development of every part, every county of Kenya, including Meru County, including Tharaka Nithi County. Si namna hiyo? It's as simple as that. Si tulisema pesa mfukoni. But you cannot have programs for increasing household incomes when inflation is escalating, when the shilling, the currency is weakening, when interest rates are high, when food prices are high. Therefore, most of the money went into subsidized fertilizer. And today, for the first time in 16 years, Kenya will not import even 1 bag of maize. When we came into office in 2022, we had to give permits for importing 10 million bags of maize. The second year, the amount of imports went down to around 7 million. This year, we will import 0 bags of maize. Subsidized fertilizer, other interventions to strengthen that value chain, and we are doing that for other value chains. So that is what has occupied us for the last 2 years. But you see, we didn't have this forum to explain to the people what we are doing. And that's why government was getting the bashing it was getting. And some other characters who are opposed to this administration who are busy poisoning the public, telling them this government is doing nothing. Because unless you handle macroeconomic factors, it's like building a house. You must first dig the foundation, and then you start building upwards. So those interventions were necessary. It is unlikely that fuel prices will increase again in the near future. It is very unlikely. Small adjustments, but nothing to worry about. I was with the president the other day in northern Kenya. I saw some people making a lot of fun about the long road he was explaining. And actually, I was very happy when I saw people trying to mock the president, because I have information which they don't have. That road is going to be constructed. Yeah. The people saying that, they don't know. This government is going to construct a road from Isiolo to Mandera in the next 2.5 years. There are 11 contractors on the ground as we speak, each with a stretch of about 100+ kilometers. Some sections, 40%, 50% is already tarmacked. But because the person making just ako kwa simu hapo, ajui Samata ni wapi, ajui Kotulo ni wapi, ajui sijui ni wapi. So anafanya mzaha. And you know, when 2027 comes and we go to account, we will use that road from Isiolo to Mandera. When we were campaigning, there is something we promised the people of Kenya, especially farmers and livestock keepers, called guaranteed minimum returns. We are tracking progress on the achievement of the GMRs. Ya maziwa, we had set it at how much? At 50. We found it at 33. We are already at 50. In fact, we want to surpass. We want to surpass our own target. So, value change is the second pillar. In agriculture, livestock, mining, fisheries, and blue economy. And every part of the country we have interventions we are making. This will bring more money to the pockets of Kenyans. That is the target. Maziwa bei ikiwa juu, mkulima anapata bei zaidi. The same with the tea, coffee, cotton, sunflower, macadamia, miraa, and all these other crops. The third